Hey there, it's Maureen. I've had a few people, more than a few people, ask me about this process that I've been playing around with in the studio. And as you can see, I just have some dried flowers. I collect the petals from different arrangements. Some of these are hydrangea petals from my garden, and some of these, like I said, are from floral arrangements from, the grocery store. I have some rose petals here. So you can really use any kind of flower petals. I have some daisy here. And so I'm going to go ahead and just show you how I go about this. And I also want to give a nod to my inspiration. There's a woman on Instagram that inspired me to play around. So I will put her name in the caption so that you can check out what she's doing too, because she is much more skilled at this than me. But look at that. I really want to play around with this. But for now, I'm going to just use what I have laid out. And so I've got my water. I have a pipette. You don't have to have this, but this is what I'm using so that I can sort of control the amount of water and where the paint or water goes on. But what I first start out with a larger brush, a round brush, and I just go ahead and get that wet, and I just start putting some water down, because I have found by doing these, I really want the paint to get underneath the petals, and if they are laying flush, sometimes after you let everything dry, you peel it up and you find that the paint did not get underneath the petals. But all of these are pretty loose, but I'm just gonna go ahead. Look at this. I've already got some color changing happening with the pollen. And all right, and so now I'm going to go ahead in and get my paints wet and just kind of activate my watercolor, and I'll go ahead and get some in the pipette. And this is how I apply the paint. No real rhyme or reason. Now I'm just adding water, getting the paper, which is a cold press paper that I'm using, and I'll add all of the supply lists in for you. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do a bit of pink. This is not watercolor. This is acrylic paint. This is High Flow, I believe. Put it in there. Yeah. This is High Flow Golden Artist Acrylic paint. You can hear it's really fluid, but it's also very bright. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and get some of that color down. Again, no rhyme or reason. I love mixing colors. Look at that, right on my paper, no matter what I'm doing, no matter if I'm working on canvas, paper, no matter what paint I'm using. I love seeing the colors mixed together. It's very satisfying and soothing at the same time. So I've got some of my bean paints here. These are all natural mineral based paints, and I'll put a link to these too. They're a little bit pricier, but they have this shimmery most of them have a shimmer to it. A few are more flat, but as you can see, you know, a lot of them are shimmery, and I love that. That adds just a whole nother beautiful quality to the painting. I'm just gonna kind of really, ooh, I've got this flowing off here, and that is okay. Let it flow, let it flow. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this pink. And again, I just wanna make sure, see how that there was no paint under there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of lift up and then allow that to soak all that up. And I'm just kind of flattening out the petals gently with my brush. I do have a smaller brush here, so if you're using a lot of small flowers, then you'll probably want to go in with a smaller brush and getting that paint underneath. And I want something real dark here, like real intense. So once you paint the whole paper or cover it with the paint, if you want, you don't have to. You could leave some white. And that would offer a lot of contrast. So play around with it, experiment with different watercolors, with different paper, with different flower petals. I usually have to let these dry for, you know, definitely overnight. But yeah, just let them fully dry. And then I use just tweezers. These tweezers that came with a dried flower kit, which you can also use. Dried flowers. You can purchase dried flowers, pressed flowers on Etsy. And I have a source for that as well that I'll put in the caption. And I'm gonna add a little bit of just this gold. And it's making a really pretty, I think that's gonna be really nice right there. And yeah, I'm kind of holding it down with my fingers, kind of pressing it, hydrating it so that it will stay put. Yeah, I just love this. I love the muted tones of the petals. And I think I said this in a reel or a video last week that I feel like I'm almost kind of giving the petals, the flowers, a new life, right? Another life. Almost memorializing them, you know, because they're going to be pressed here and we're going to get to see all the texture. And there's something just so magical about creating texture. And for me, working with the natural world is just such an added bonus. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and please let me know if you did, and subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be creating a lot more videos with some other watercolor techniques that I want to share with you that are really meditative. I'm not going to, teach you how to paint a flower or anything like that, but watercolor is extremely therapeutic, I think, because of the water aspect and how it flows. And it's so soothing for so many of us. And I think we really, really need that, So, and please share. I will put my Facebook link, and or if you post on Instagram, you could tag me. I would love to see what you create, and what what you come up with. Okay, I think she's done. I guess you could press this too. You could put another piece of paper on it, and I just thought of that idea, but yeah. So, all right. Thanks for watching.